welcome to Mind Your Business, a channel where we are in everybody's business. If you don't mind getting in people's business, you're on the right channel. Talking about current topics and gossip.
So, the infamous trip, the couples trip that Simone and Cecil plan each year. It's the 10th one this year, and it's well underway. And it's not just golf balls that are getting hit, it is people's nerves. What I'm going to support my inquisitive crew. Let's talk about Married to Medicine. So we pick up on the most recent episode where they were basically getting ready to go on this trip. Cecil and Simone are, waiting for the couples to arrive at their house. They all arrive apart from Heavenly and Damon and Jackie and Curtis and Phaedra. So, of course, people are wondering where they are. So Simone calls Heavenly, and Heavenly tells her that she's not coming anymore because Curtis isn't comfortable with going and Jackie's not going, so she's not going. So Toya's reaction was just like, yeah, okay at first, until they actually realise, yeah, she's actually being serious. And you can tell that Simone wasn't impressed. None of them were particularly impressed. They called Jackie up, and Jackie's also saying that no, she's not basically coming. And she gets a bit emotional as well. But whilst they're at the house, mind you, you've got Kima, who's Dr. Alicia's husband, does a little joke about how his wife, Alicia, is well trained. I said, what the hell? So she's a dog, is she? She's trained. She's well trained. Anyway, so basically, as they leave, Phaedra turns up, and then you've got Toya asking about where's her man, which cracked me out because it is a couple's trip. So they're on the bus now, heading down to Hilton Head, minus Heavenly and Damon and Jackie and Curtis. So they're playing a few games on the bus. Basically, Toya says to Phaedra, you're going to take a shot. She's like, no. She's like, well, don't make me have to try and put it in your butt. And then it ends up into a story from Eugene about some gay guy getting high, basically taking a dildo and effing himself in the butt. And I said, Lord Jesus, what in the hell? This is some project that he worked on, very by the by, but I was like, what kind of story? He needs to go and do TikTok story times, because I was very intrigued by the story. Anyway, throughout the games also, we hear Toya decide to ask Dr. Alicia what are the 3 top things that she needs to do before putting her husband to bed. She's chatting about, cooking my home-cooked meal, sex but not oral. And so everyone's like, what do you mean not oral? And, he's talking about his culture. In his culture, he doesn't do oral. I'm like, what culture is this? There's some old school ones that don't do oral. There's some that do. But it's like, you're trying to map it under this whole thing of culture and African culture. So Phaedra cracked me out chatting about her one, definitely did. So that had me cracking up. But anyway, they get to the house now where they're staying. Of course, Phaedra's using her, her feminine charm to get the guys to work, because she ain't got no man with her. So she's getting them to carry her bags and all them sort of things. So she's giving me jokes. She's like, yeah, well, I put the men to work. They have to carry, they have to buy, they have to pay. So good for her. Anyway, then you've got Kemba telling his wife that she needs to basically go and take some lessons from Phaedra because she's well into her feminine energy. But she doesn't in a classy way, okay? Unlike the girls from Love and Hip Hop, they used to go and take some lessons from Phaedra, because then maybe they'll get the right ones that they're after. Anyway, later they're at the dinner, and Jackie and Curtis, Heavenly and Damon join. They arrive late, and basically everyone's greeting them. Heavenly's saying, what did she miss? Toya's basically saying, well, we spoke about you like a dog, basically, because you decided not to turn up. And she's talking about she's being there for her friend. But obviously Toya's trying to make the point that they're all friends, and her doing that wasn't the best thing because it made it more of a bigger deal than it needed to be. So then Jackie's saying basically you can leave it where it is, you can leave it dead. And then you've got Sweet Tea, who pops up and says, well, no, actually, you guys didn't mind bringing up quad around me and bringing up certain issues around me about my husband, so she thinks it's hypocritical. So I'm like, I can see where she's coming from. So she's saying to Jackie basically, why can't you be in the hot seat? Now, Jackie really annoyed me with her response, because she made it all about her work. Well, I'm in a hot seat every day because I'm seeing patients that I work with cancer, and I'm bringing a baby into the world, and I can't have a baby. I'm like, the hot seat is about your personal life, not about your professional life. A lot of people have very stressful jobs and that are in a hot seat in their jobs. You're not going to get any sympathy from me for that, because it's like, this is your chosen profession. You chose to be a doctor. So that's your choice, okay? So you can't talk about it in the hot seat. She meant your personal life. That's exactly what you know that she meant. But you've done the whole weaning off your holier than thou CV so that you can deflect. That's how I took it. It really annoyed me. I feel like Jackie's got this air about her, like, her shit don't stink, and because she's a doctor, she is up here and she can walk on water. No, like, chill out. Anyway, Sweet Tea is still trying to make her point, and I thought, well, you know, good for her. She's still trying to make her point. And then you got husband, Dr. G, also said, well, it's all laughs until it happens to you. And then Curtis, of course, with his big head chatting about, well, we're not about airing any dirty laundry. This is not what we came here for. This is not what we're going to do, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, whatever. So you guys act like you're untouchable. So then you've got Dr. Simone now, who is basically going off about she's not happy that anyone can think that she would have basically done it on purpose and set up the whole situation. So she's basically aiming at Dr. Heavenly, obviously, saying basically she wouldn't have done it vindictively. She didn't do it on purpose. And if anyone thought that she would do that, obviously, basically they don't know her is what she's trying to get at. And then she makes a point of saying that, you know, how Curtis and Jackie both helped save her marriage when she was going through problems with Cecil. So, you know, she loved them and she wouldn't do anything to hurt them, basically. Then, of course, Heavenly takes that as a slight towards her, and she gets loud chatting about, you know, she didn't say that. She didn't say it was on purpose. That's not what she said. She didn't think it was the right thing, whatever. So the two of them are just getting loud with each other, going back and forth and kicking off. To the point where you've got the white neighbours coming out with their torches, trying to see what the hell's going on out here. I was like, the two doctors in the house, the two loudmouth doctors. Anywho, it really annoys me because I feel like when Heavenly is going off, she is just, like I said last week, she is Jackie's Pitbull, her bodyguard, her mouthpiece. So it annoys me because I feel like Jackie is like the little puppet master. I feel like Jackie is a puppet master. She's a manipulator. She knows what she's doing with Dr. Heavenly. And she knows that Dr. Heavenly is her mouthpiece. And I love that Phaedra clocked that as well. Because when they went inside the house, when they show Phaedra in the confessional, she's talking about, yeah, well, Dr. Jackie knows what she's kind of doing, you know. She's using Heavenly to do her dirty work. That's exactly how I see it. That's exactly how I see it, because she kind of winds up Heavenly, knowing that Heavenly is going to say certain things and maybe say certain things to Heavenly, which is why she feels like she has to go and speak on her behalf. And then she goes off in a tangent. So I'm just like, Heavenly, can you not see that you're actually being used by this woman? But anyway, at some point when they're inside the house, you know, Curtis again says that, you know, they're all grown, they can all kind of get past it. Because I think Eugene basically asks Curtis, well, you're saying if it's not the place, then are you saying it's the people? Are you saying that you can't trust us? And I think that's a fair question. But Jackie's response is, oh, well, let's not make it about that. People shouldn't be selfish. And it's about us as a couple coming back to this place. And everyone should be thinking what I had to go through to get here. Well, no, it's not really a Jackie show, is it? But it feels like it is a Jackie show. And what I feel like Eugene was trying to make a point of is that there are other people in the group, and it's not just about you guys. Yes, you went through something years ago that he keeps saying that he forgot how many years ago it's been so long, but yet you guys have made it into a big deal by the way that they've responded. And even the way she's like, you know, well, people need to stop being selfish. I'm just like, just take the stick out of your ass. Like, seriously, I find her so damn well patronising and frustrating. She really is. So I didn't like that little response that she gave him. It was very much, you know, we are above you guys, and I will talk to you, Eugene, because I know you're a doctor, and let me interject and respond. Like, couldn't Curtis open his mouth? He was the one who done the dirty deed in the first place, so why are you out here defending like you're an Avenger? Like, just sit down. Anyway, Sweet Tea was not feeling it anyway, so she made me laugh because she again says to Curtis, well, it was your wife that was making fun of me, making fun of my husband, and you know, which was wrong. What Jackie did was absolutely wrong. Dr. G's infidelity situation at her hen do. I don't remember seeing that clip. I don't know why they keep showing little flashbacks or clips that we haven't been shown. But that was bang out of order. So I can understand why she was upset. But her response to it was interesting, because she's basically saying to Jackie that, you know, you're going through what you're going through. You didn't care about what I was going through, you know. You didn't give a F when it was me, and then you want me to have sympathy for you. Jackie's like, well, you know, you don't have to have sympathy for me. And you know, get off your chest, whatever you've got to say, baby girl, get off your chest. And I felt like the baby girls were just a bit too patronising, very condescending. And I feel like I would be pissed off if I was Sweet Tea. So Sweet Tea did say F you. I don't think it was the best response. And the gap between F you and then bitch was just enormous. I was like, what happened? Did your mind just click in and you said bitch? I didn't understand why there was such a gap. But you could tell from Jackie's face that she wasn't impressed. She's chatting about, I will handle baby girl later. Handle who? Do you think you're somebody's mum around here? So no, whilst I do go by the whole respect your elders, if your elders are being disrespectful, then there's a line that has to be drawn. You have to have your own boundaries. So now I don't agree with the way Sweet Tea necessarily reacted with the FU and the big gap then bitch. But I understand her wanting to push back because the woman is patronising and condescending. So I don't blame her in that sense. I feel like she has got to manage her emotions, because the way it came out was a bit like it was proper outburst. I was a bit like, well, you've got a bit of anger situation you've got to sort out. But at the same time, I understand it. And I say well done to her for actually standing up to Jackie, because I feel like Jackie goes on like a shit down a stink and everyone treats her like she's the queen. Let's not upset Jackie. Like, it's just doing too much, doing way too much. So yeah, the faces after she said F you were hilarious to me. Phaedra's face was hilarious. Like I said, Jackie told her that she's going to handle her later, which I thought was rude in itself. Dr. G did check his wife, Sweet Tea, and say, well, you know, it felt like the language a bit strong, you know, and, you know, just try to relax. But then he's also saying, Jackie, you know, that's my baby kind of thing. And he doesn't want to let her out the box. Heavenly's like, yeah, let her out the box. Quad is worse. It's just like, Heavenly, it's got to come with something, haven't you? Always something, man. Like, stop bringing up Quad to the poor woman at this point. Because basically in that particular argument, I was like, you didn't need to mention Quad at that point, just being a bitch. Later on now, and Sweet Tea talking to Dr. G, saying that she felt really bad and she will apologise, but she feels like it's been a lot for her and he's just trying to be supportive with her. Then we see a scene with Eugene in the kitchen with Kemma next day, asking basically how he's finding it, you know, because obviously it's his first time being around these people in this situation. So he was like, yeah, he found it a lot. He even asked his wife if they're always like this. He must be thinking, shit, Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Simone are a lot, because they are very loud. And I thought Eugene made a good point, because he also said that whilst he understood that, you know, what Sweet Tea said wasn't right, the fact that Jackie keeps calling her baby girl and that kind of stuff is also quite rude. So I was like, thank you, Eugene. At least somebody can see that she is trying to little girl her and it's not okay. He was saying in the confessionals how he's seen his wife come under attack and he feels like, you know, she's always handled it well, and she feels like she's handled it with grace as far as Toya is concerned. We also see now Heavenly go to Simone to go and apologise, because obviously Jackie's told her to stand down, because we all know what it was, you know, Jackie is the puppet master. So yeah, she told Heavenly, stand down, stay in your lane. So she went to go and apologise, and then Jackie comes and joins Simone while she's getting her makeup done. Simone accepts the apology. I feel like Simone knows that another argument will take place at some point in time, and Jackie, I feel like, enjoys it because she gets to be in the middle and she's essentially being argued over. So I feel like she loves it, because even in her confessional she's like, oh yeah, I know the girls will be fine. Yeah, you know the girls will be fine because you told Heavenly to stand down, because if you didn't tell her to stand down, Heavenly will keep up argument with Simone. Anyway, so they've cleared the air. Now, everyone's going off on their trips. What I thought was nice is that the ladies were going off to do golfing. They switched it around instead of the men. And then men were going to go and do a cooking lesson. And I thought that was funny because, of course, you got Dr. Simone chatting about, yeah, she thought of that for Kemma so that he knows how to cook in the yard, which made me laugh because he does act like he's a damn caveman. But anyway, so on their way to go to golfing, of course, Sweet Tea is in the bus with the ladies and decides to try and apologise to Jackie, and explains that she was a bit triggered and she was quite hurt. Jackie just says, well, yeah, I understand it might have been hurtful to you, but she really didn't accept the apology. She basically told her the apology is for you, it's for yourself, and in the future she'll try not to hurt her. I said, well, try not to hurt her. This is very interesting. That energy gave very much she was done with her. You've got Sweet Tea turns Heavenly chatting about, oh, do you think she accepted my apology? Heavenly was like, no. In the confessional, she was like, I'm going to forgive her. She ain't going to forgive that bitch. So, yeah, I feel like Jackie needs to get over it and get over herself. She made a mistake. She was rude to her. She apologised. Like, accept it and move on. Because all the ladies are calling each other bitches and swearing after each other half the time. Look at Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Simone. Them two go at it. Granted, we don't really see Jackie cursing like that, but she's a grown woman. She's heard curse words. I feel like she can accept that and be the grown woman that she is and move on, instead of holding it against Sweet Tea, which I think she will do, just based on her energy on the bus. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. But you know what? I do not blame Sweet Tea for standing up for herself. I don't think she's done it in the right way. I think she's got to work on her delivery and how she kind of responds. She's very reactive, and it was a bit of an outburst. But I can only imagine what it's like dealing with Jackie, because I think she comes across very cold and stiff like wood. And even based on how she spoke about black women and pregnancy, that really pissed me off. From before that, I was a bit like on the fence with her anyway. I wasn't too keen on her. But yeah, I feel like at the moment it's giving very much Dr. Jackie's show, and people need to call her out on her shit too. But Sweet Tea tries to do that, but I feel like she just needs to be able to work on how she does call her out. I don't feel like Jackie cleared her with her response by saying, I'm in a hot seat the other day. You just ward off what you do for your job. Yeah, everyone's got jobs. Everyone has stressful jobs. We're talking about a hot seat with your personal life. Like, stick to the program. But she's smart. She's deflecting, so she knows what she's doing. But I do feel like Jackie gives very mean girl vibes. And I agree. I mean, even hearing the interview with Carlos King and Mariah and her saying that, yeah, she comes across as mean girl, I can definitely see that. And yeah, she doesn't come across as a warm person to me. And with Sweet Tea, I feel like she's been trying to sun her for a while. Of course, I had to check out what social media was saying. So here are some very interesting tweets. But anyway, guys, what did you think of the episode? Let me know your thoughts below.
Yes, so thanks for watching that. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, and hit that notification bell so you know when I am uploading some more of people's business. So until then, my nosy people, stay blessed.